So, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2 is officially a thing now, after all the rumors, huh? I think this is pretty interesting. So before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So, when it comes to Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, it was very unexpected. I did not see this coming. I didn't hear about any rumors or anything of the sort. I just woke up one day, saw a thumbnail, and saw Nickelodeon characters and clicked on it, just to find out that, man, this is actually Smash Bros. But Nickelodeon characters, which is pretty awesome, because around this time, things was getting interesting as far as Smash Bros. Ultimate, because we were pretty much at the precipice of Fighter Pass 2. Things are about to come to an end. There will be no more updates and support for the game, and Sakurai is going to go enjoy life for a bit before he embarks on his next, I guess you say, journey in gaming and everything. So many people are looking for, something that could, scratch that Super Smash Bros. Itch, and a lot of companies decided to tip their hats in an arena, especially what you see here with Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl and with WB when it comes to multiverses. But when it comes to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, there was a lot of things that the game had, I wouldn't say working against it, but there was a lot of things that really had sent off red flags. Now, the good thing about it was we had developers from Smack City. They're known for making a platform fighter that's pretty competent, and it has, a nice community. So them working on it really wasn't the issue. People knew that it was in good hands, and the fact is that we wanted to actually get a super competitive Smash Brothers type game, but with Nickelodeon characters. But for that simple fact is that the studio is pretty much indie, which means they ain't gonna have the budget that Nintendo has when it comes to its title. So it had a lot working against it, and Nickelodeon wasn't really financing them as well too. And the biggest thing, I guess, turned away a lot of players is the fact is that people noticed that the characters had no voices. There was no voice acting at the very beginning of Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. They did promise that, they will rectify that, with constant updates to the game and everything, and they eventually got it. But the biggest thing that really set them back is how busted and janky and just downright broken the game was at the time. At one point, Michelangelo was dominating. There were so many crazy, cheap tricks you can possibly do, to where most of the cast was essentially not even viable. But they knew this, and they constantly kept tweaking until they got the game to, I guess you could say, where it's, approachable and acceptable at some point. But the game had pretty much slowly fade from existence, despite the fact that they updated with more DLC characters like Garfield and, Shredder and Rocco, which is one of my favorite childhood characters back on the Nickelodeon era. So a lot of people had pretty much stopped talking about it. People had pretty much, it hadn't became the talk of the town anymore. No discussion was surrounding them about it. So you only had your dedicated fans who continue to support and play the game. But eventually a rumor had happened through a data mine, I believe, and people realized that there were brand new character models for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and people expected that maybe this is for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 because of how much the environments, how much the character models had essentially changed, and also other potential characters that weren't essentially in the first game. So it led people to speculate and believe that there will be a part 2, but it was only a matter of when we will hear anything about it. So once again, I wake up and I just see a trailer to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl Part 2, which is really crazy. So we want to talk about, some of the things that we have seen in this trailer, because we only have a trailer of it so far. And the first thing you do notice is that the game had received a complete overhaul, similar to the recent announcement to Final Fantasy XIV Online with the Dawn Trail expansion, where there's going to be a big graphical overhaul to that title. So it's pretty interesting that these two had pretty much been announced around the same time and showing their graphical overhaul, and the game looks much more cleaner than before. And I'll also say that the animations look also a whole lot better, and the fact is that we have voice acting also in the game. And then my boy Jimmy Neutron is also in the game as well, and I will be maining him. Looking forward to that. But the fact is that they haven't given up on this, and the fact is that Nickelodeon haven't given up on this as well really says a lot, and which means that I'm looking forward to see how long, and will this game have better reception, and will this game last much longer than what the first game has essentially lasted. Because I think that, yo, we need more platform fighters. I love Super Smash Bros. Franchise, but at the same time, I'm also looking for something different I want to try. We had Multiverses, and I enjoyed my time with Multiverses as well with my brothers. I think it's a pretty fun game, but you know, those guys are going back on hiatus to pretty much overhaul the game, fix the game, and have it prepared for later in 2024, which I'm looking forward to that. But to have some more alternatives besides Smash Brothers is a pretty good thing. I would love to see more people or more companies take on some IPs and make their games. I definitely would love to see other companies. I would love to see Shonen Jump, you know, do their own, you know, more recent platform fighter. I think that'll also be cool as well. But Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, I'm definitely going to pick this one up. I didn't pick up the first one. DX Strike did, because I was waiting for them to fix the game because of how busted it was at the time, and also they didn't have no voice acting, so I wanted to wait until the complete package. But I end up not picking it up, and now here we go. Here we are right now. We have Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2, and it's looking really clean. Level design, characters overhauled, stages overhauled, lighting, and I can't wait to see if they're going to introduce more mechanics or more game modes. We do have a story mode that they have shown off somewhat in the trailer that they teased at, so there's a lot going on here. So I'm also happy for the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls community. I know you guys have been starving, you know, for some new content and stuff, and now here we go, and we're getting a release date for the game later this year, so I'll definitely be picking it up. I would love to do some actual matches online and everything of the sort. So that pretty much wraps this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.